Hello, I am Endlessness and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, and in this video I'd like to give you a guide on the current battle ranking event with some tips and suggestions. But by the way, this battle ranking has the shortest name because it's just Horseman, and I find it hilarious and it feels like they went the Kojima way, and I'm kind of hoping we might see more names like this, like Swordsman, Monsterman and so on. But in year 3 rankings we have only one battle now, so it's just Odin. But luckily at stage level 300 the boss doesn't have insane amount of HP, but if you want to lower stage levels I recommend either lowering HP or enemy defenses by a tier and seeing how it improves your score. And Aerith obviously is the MVP if you have her ultimate weapon, the new one Abraxas, because it will get all the debuffs to -4 and this will significantly increase your damage and therefore score. But without Aerith we still have got a lot of good characters like Glenn&Angeal, Lucia, which are great to lower earth resistance, and Zack is also a good support to both physical attack and debuff physical defense. Barret is also a very good tank if you want to have Yuffie with T4 Cloud as double DPS on your team, but a tank with Provoke is highly recommended because otherwise Odin will focus only on the character with the highest physical attack, which in most cases would be your DPS. But Cloud is my only physical earth DPS, so I can only use him. I have no T4, Yuffie, anything, so I'm very lucky we got this banner. But I have couple of different teams, so hopefully you might find something helpful here. And for your lower team I have Cloud with Glenn&Angeal and no banner ultimate weapons, and it does very well with score. It got around 165 million, and because we only get pretty much only limited banners now and it's very rare when you get few featured ones, I use all my tickets and I actually used one weapon voucher to get Glenn to OB6, but even when he was OB4 or 5, it was still doing very well. And also that's why I have debrief on Angeal, because it was originally to help Glenn debuff physical attack back when he was below OB6. But I was still getting above 1.6 million before I OB6'd him, so it was not a huge score increase. And by the way, if you don't want to try this ranking, don't have Earth, or just don't want to take time with it, you can just go non-elemental like Masamune Sephiroth, Baja Sword Cloud, or any of those weapons that have extra damage, non-elemental. You can just nullify HP and just go with that, and you should still get around 1.1 million score with that. Same team, but I kept all my subs as I was running myself. Another team with Glenn and Yuffie, because we had those triple banners in the anniversary, so I tried her for those earth buffs, and Arctic Star to buff physical attack, and Glenn is here to tank, and his ultimate weapon is very good, and I'm not sure if it's needed because I have no physical defense buffs on this team, well, besides barrier materia, but it's not really that helpful, and this also will help Glenn keep up his veil. And then same team but with Lucia applying Enfeeble and lowering physical defense and, well, earth resistance, and her ultimate weapon is also very good, but free one is also very nice, but you could just use her banner ultimate weapon to get a few more stronger hits, and then you could use combo of Bravery to buff Cloud, then her limit break to get it to high potency, and then Army of 1 to get it to +4. So you achieve the same thing. And also Odin nullifies Enfeeble quite often, but for that stagger phase, after you stagger the boss during the sigil phase, you can get a much stronger hit with Enfeeble. And also lastly, Zack team works also very good, but Glenn's banner ultimate weapon is again very helpful here because there is no way to buff physical defense to high potency, and this just makes it much easier to sustain Veil. Alright, at the beginning of the battle, apply provoke, and then with Angeal we have to get rid of that physical defense or physical attack debuff, so cast it twice. And with Glenn, after provoke, you just keep doing the same attack to keep up the veil, and well, with Cloud you'll have to do some DPS now. One more and breach to get off Army of One ready. And if you do it fast, you can cancel his attack, or rather delay it. Almost there. And one more Rock Swarm, and then I can do that outfit C ability attack, because it depends. If you have Angeal at OB6, you get mid-potency, mid-earth buff per one cast, but if it's below you have to do it twice, and the reason why I rather did it twice, because then I can do Cloud's C ability from his outfit, and then Cloud will have +4 earth potency buff. And now just few more attacks from Odin, but be careful to keep up the provoke, because now Glenn lost it and Cloud got attacked once, which is fine, but now is the sigil phase, and I just do it with Angeal and Glenn, and with Cloud get exploit weakness and one attack to get this earth weapon bonus, and a few more, because I also needed to recast earth resistance debuff, Army of One, and those few more final hits. So outfit, even though we already had, but it does 2000% damage, so it is a big PP attack, and one more attack and done. And we can melt the boss, because this staggered damage bonus is massive. 450% is huge. So it is intended so that you can finish off the boss during this stagger phase. But it is still a very good score, I would say. Alright, same battle, but with my max powered team. So provoke with Angeal, I have to cast Extraordinary only once, because I have Cloud's ultimate weapon. So I can use those 4 AB to already start buffing earth damage. And I have to do it twice, so it'll be a little bit faster. So just this one. Army of One is ready. I'm just going to delay this animation, because it gives you tiny, like 1 second longer to deplete the gauge. And just one more attack and it should be done. Oh wait. Really, Cloud didn't? But also because I managed to deplete the gauge a little bit faster, our physical attack and physical defense won't get reduced as Attack of Helheim. It won't happen because the gauge was reduced faster, so we skipped it. And this is important because it speeds up the battle and you get to sigil phase a little bit faster. But also the only attack you should be worried about is this Merciless Executioner, because it can, if it breaks Veil, it can remove Provoke, which you don't want it to happen. So be careful. If you didn't manage to get this limit break in ready in time, just switch to defense so your Veil doesn't break. And now the sigil phase, so exploit weakness, break sigils as quickly as possible. With Cloud, I'm just going to get back his ability weapon damage, buff physical attack, and actually I could have done it. I could have done it a little bit different, because army of 1 first, and then maybe ability attack, and then this 2000% attack, but I'll get this 30% amplified attack here anyway. But just if you want to try it, you can just swap it. So first the ability attack, the weapon ability, then amplify, and then 2000% outfit attack, because now we have so many buffs, so many names for them. Now we also have outfit ability attacks apparently, so it's a lot. But yeah, this is what, 50,000 highest score? And it's now Lucia team, but the opening is the same, so provoke with Glenn. With Lucia I'm just going to start debuffing earth resistance and physical defense, exploit weakness with clouds, and do one attack with Glenn and then banner ultimate weapon, because he needs us to not lose Veil. And the same thing. Bravery, and this normal ultimate weapon to get it to +3, and now army of 1 to get it to +4 immediately, because it will still take a few hits for Lucia to get her limit break ready. Just one more here. I'm also using the Lucia limit break. You could get her army of 1, but I just rather have this to get more consistent and nullify the risk. And now I'm just going to do 2 times this outfit ability attack to get it buffed already before the sigil phase. And we are pretty much ready for this, yeah. Start breaking, exploit weakness already on, so that's good. Amplified is done, so now I have to recast it, but now there's an issue because I can't really get physical attack to +4 anymore, because this is just +3 with that limit break. Well, technically I could have precast Debrave, but it still will be a strong hit, because of all this amplify attack +4 already and everything, and enfeeble also. So yeah, that's 1.7, so that's also very good. And so right, lastly, Yuffie team, and opening is always the same with Glenn, provoke, and I think Glenn works a little bit better than Angeal because his weapon lowers earth resistance and debuffs physical attack, which is very important, and with Angeal you need another weapon that debuffs physical attack, or multiple rather, for debrave casts. So that is quite a lot of AB used on just that. But with Glenn, you need to cast his banner ultimate weapon so he doesn't lose Veil. And with Yuffie, physical attack is already +4. And now just deplete this gauge. I'll need one more cast with Glenn. Alright, switch. I was so unsure if I should do switch to defense or not. Because I wasn't sure if Glenn will lose fail, or if I will get limit break ready in time. Alright, let's start. Well, let's finish buffing that earth buff here and sigil face. So sigils with Cloud, I just have to do exploit weakness, and Yuffie's overspeed is non-existent because I never invested into her, so it has like what, 0 points. And now everything should be ready, so let's just do +4 and should everything be all buffs +4 and this amplifier attack, so should be 1 hit. Yeah, big PP attack. But yeah, multiple teams, but I was just playing around and seeing what works or what works better. But still, it's just for Cloud because I don't have any other DPS. But still, I hope you find this video helpful, at least maybe something helpful in there. But yeah, that will be all, so good luck on your own battle ranking events, and in the meantime, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next one.